Hello, everyone. Um, this is DJ Erica. I haven't been on here talking in quite some time because I've been having my own personal issues I've been having to deal with. But I decided to come on here and speak because I haven't spoken in a while, and it's been several things occurring. So much stuff has been happening in the news. I just haven't had time to really sit down and digest everything that's happening, particularly. Um, Not only just in the real world, but in the celebrity world. And that's something that I always discuss, right? Because on my podcast, I talk about entertainment news, world news, stuff like that. And it's just been bothering me recently. And there's been certain things that I've just been thinking about recently in regards to um, so many workers and regular workers out there being laid off right before the holidays with all of these companies folding and shutting down for good. So I found out yesterday, and I'm not sure if many of you guys know about this, Party City, which is a store that most people went to throughout the early 2000s, 90s, and stuff, would buy their decorations for their parties, buy their Halloween costumes. Like, it was really jumping in the early 2000s when I was a preteen, teenager, and a kid all in one. But it looks as if the company is now shutting down shop, and they made an announcement through the media basically saying that the company was in debt like $1.7 billion, and they attempted to file bankruptcy to alleviate 1 billion of that, but the remaining money they still were not able to manage with. And now they basically effectively immediately they're closing all of their stores, which is, you know, several hundreds of stores. I think it was about 800 stores being shut down. And it's so messed up because this is literally right before the holidays, and there's a ton of people getting laid off left and right here in the United States of America. And many people are seemingly just uh, overlooking the fact that this is happening. I think we have really fell for the okey doke in regards to shopping online, and I feel like, could we possibly be partially responsible for the dismantle of in-person shopping and having multiple resources for reliability when it comes to resources? Unfortunately, it seems as if we are living in a monopoly capitalist society where we basically only have a few main resources available left for us to be able to leave our house and go shopping and come home with fresh food, fresh clothes, fresh resources. They're things that we need to decorate for holidays, if there is one. And there's barely anyone that's out here right now that's not struggling. I mean, literally everyone is struggling. I include myself in that group because it just seems as if, with this inflation from COVID-19 and everything else, we are really facing the brunt end of the bullshit in regards to money hungry, greedy, capitalist CEOs and owners who feels as if as long as they make a million, a billion, $1 trillion a year, that's good enough for them and their family to eat. But we're going to keep picking at it like ants in the mud, getting what little bit of scraps that we can eat off of and try to move forward and build what we have, which isn't much. And they reported that this company was shutting down yesterday, Party City. And I know you guys are saying that's kind of deep to really be discussing, saying because Party City is shutting down, for you to be saying like, oh my God, this is detrimental. No, I'm saying look around you, because this isn't the only store that has been shut down. There's been numerous stores, whether it's in the retail market, whether it's in the decorative party market, whether it's in food, particularly as well, because food is a resource, right? We need to eat. We need to eat. That's something that everyone has to do, no matter whether you're a good person, bad person. We have common needs and basic need of resources as human beings for us to exist, which is food and water. heat, and things of that nature. And they're saying that Big Lots are planning as well. The grocery store Big Lots is shutting down. They're going out of business. And it's like, okay, they were a bargain store. They did I didn't really shop at Big Lots, but the point is that um they are shutting down all 900 of their stores, and we can go deeper of what this store provides, but what it does provide for people right now, up until when it actually fully shuts down all their locations, is providing income and the resources and revenue for people who need to pay their bills, for employees that need to provide for their families. And this is really bad because with all of these stores closing down, um, it's making it so we are more reliant on one resource, which is pretty much Amazon, to get everything that we need offline. And the reason why it's bad, because now it's turning everything into a monopoly, which means that if you guys think we're struggling right now, imagine if we are getting to the point where not only Big Lots is shutting down, Party City is shutting down, other grocery stores that I've seen throughout the United States or locally, particularly here in Buffalo, shutting down. Other places, such as there was a tire factory that shut down out of nowhere. It had a ton of people unemployed here. In New York, there's so many different things going on. You got people in Amazon being underpaid and they're protesting. We got a lot going on. If you really think about the effects of all of this, we are pretty doomed if we don't start like figuring out some type of laws that makes it so it's illegal for a company or a corporation or for one individual to have complete power over the economy and the resources that's available to us as citizens in the United States. How are we going to maintain if Amazon decide, even though they're an independent, I guess they're independent marketing companies. I guess it's like Walmart online where you can buy things, right? The prices are so low. But imagine this, the effects of all of these companies folding and shutting down. Um, is going to really take an effect over the next 5 years or so. And it's already taking effect right now. But see, what's going to happen is you guys are going on Amazon supporting this monopoly where they're basically buying out even grocery stores, including Whole Foods. And we're going to talk about Whole Foods too, because they're out there allegedly abusing the workers and got them, they're treating them like slaves and paying them pennies on the dollar, while allegedly, according to the employees, they're making like $1.3 million a day at one grocery store, 5 million a week, and they're telling these people, no, no, you're still going to get paid $16 an hour. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So let's just imagine this: Big Lots. Okay, Big Lots, they sell furniture, mattresses, stuff like that you need for your house to furnish your house. Okay, that's shut down. All right, so then what do? You go on Amazon and you buy your furniture. Now, if you were in store at Big Lots could have probably had a better sell for you for certain things that you needed, like a couch, a bed, mattress, stuff like that. Now that they're shut down, you're desperate, right? Because the less and less amount of stores that's available for us to buy and purchase things in, it makes it so it's in higher demand, and we are in need of that, which means that if it's only one supplier that's distributing and selling the particular product that you want, they have the options, whether it's a ton of people shopping there or not, they can just increase the prices. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Why? Because we have eliminated the options available to ourselves by falling for this narrative of shopping online, going online to order this, going online to order that. And also, it's been a thing since COVID where people are afraid to leave their house. So now you got all of these people from the 5 years of dealing with the COVID pandemic and everything else post COVID, where they're just like, you know what? I don't even want to go to the grocery store anymore. I'm going to go ahead and use Instacart. I'm going to order my food. And the thing is that they're saying that wholesale, what's it called? I can't think of the name of it, whatever it's called. A Whole Foods, excuse me, partnered with Amazon. Whole Foods is a grocery store and they deliver food to you. Now, imagine this. Imagine if everybody just decides to keep investing their money into Amazon, which basically you can buy anything off of Amazon, right? and they're giving you these low prices, barely any shipping and handling, whatever, whatever, right? So now we're at the point where we've already eliminated like Heels, we've eliminated Sears, we've eliminated Kmart, we eliminated freaking Blockbuster. I'm just talking about just in general. We've eliminated all the physical, tangible stores that's available for us for whatever we enjoy, whether it's um, basic supplies that's needed to survive, or just for recreational use, like watching a movie or anything like that. If we, and we've already gone down this path because we've eliminated so many different stores and had it so these people went into foreclosure and bankruptcy and they're completely shut down because we decided to go with the times and rely on online shopping as our main source because of laziness. Now we are facing the consequences of that slowly but surely. And I feel that in the next 5 years, if there are no laws in place that basically prevents companies like Amazon from continuing to monopolize and basically buy out other companies and put it within their company, we're going to be in a whole lot of shit. We're going to be in a horse shit of trouble. And it's not just going to be us as consumers, but we as consumers are also the employees that's being hired. We're the workers as well. And it's going to make it so, and from what I was seeing with this whole food protest that they're trying to do, what is coming off is if this company is basically trying to make as much money as possible while paying the workers pennies for their time and their work. So now it's going to be a situation where we don't have big lots to buy furniture, but we have Amazon, all the small mom and pop shops, because Big Lots had 900 stores and it shut down. So even the smallest stores are going to be in trouble because the big stores are shutting down. The mom and pop shops that's selling furniture and stuff like that. That's eventually is going to go downhill, or if it's not already going downhill, because people aren't buying furniture at the amount of rate that they used to, or for the price that they're used to. Then we have these companies who have conglomerates trying to build monopolies off it, such as Amazon, deciding to say, okay, I'm going to buy you out. Now we buy these people out. And now instead of you being able to go and buy your mattress for maybe $300 at max, now you're paying 1,000, $1,500, 20, and it's just going to keep going up and up. Meanwhile, on the back end, you're working for the company and you're getting paid $16 an hour, which equates about maybe, if you're lucky, $1,900 a month to survive off of, and rent itself is basically pushing $2,000. If we keep going in this direction, we are doomed. We are actually doomed right now, but I'm just saying that it's literally looking as if America is going into a Great Depression, and we need to take heed. If you have rent, make that your first priority. This is not the time to be tricking and just spending money on dumb stuff. Like, literally try to get your bare essentials in order. Try to stock up where you're paying your bills for a few months and ahead if you can. Try to be very smart this holiday season. I know a lot of people, you guys want to provide a wonderful Christmas for your kids and for family members and stuff, but this is the time, and like at this point in life, where you just have to say, you know what, I'm being selfish, I'm worrying about me. And you have to really set those budgets and mean it. If you want to buy somebody something for Christmas, take that $100 and really mean $20 per person if it's 5 people that you're trying to spend for. If not, really mean, if you have a large family, just don't buy nobody nothing. Like, because really, once your money is gone and you don't have the money for your rent once holiday season's over, nobody is going to come back and help you pay your bills. But I mean, I think I'm more so rambling and going into this conversation, but I'm just talking about finances in America and how bad it is out here. And also, when they start to shut down grocery stores, we're already in deep doo doo. There's a ton of grocery stores that's also I've seen in the neighborhood locally that's being shut down because they can't afford to maintain their bills and maintain the cost of paying their employees. It's just too expensive. So Yeah, so really let's think about it. If Amazon is the only store that's available for people to shop and it's online, and people become so consumed with shopping online, we are seeing the outcome of that. We are seeing the the manifestation that has occurred from us focusing on online shopping and placing that as a priority. Big consequences are being, had at this point, and we're going to suffer those consequences, whether we notice it or not. And also, why are we choosing to make trillionaires, quazillionaires, zillionaires, chichillionaires, and whatever number else is out there? Meanwhile, we're struggling every day to survive. We have to start getting our asses out of the house and start investing in stores where we actually see people in the stores, actual employees, and investing that time into it. Because although Amazon does have employees, the whole market is shopping online, which means we're just going to deliver everything to your door. Now, when you get to that point and everyone is bought out, now you don't have options. You don't have financial options. See, back in the day when you were struggling, you had options of resources. So you had various different stores that you could go to. So if, for instance, if Trader Joe's was a bit too high, you could go to a mom and pop shop and buy the things that you need. Or if this particular shopping market had prices that were way out of your budget, there was always some type of market or grocery store that you could go to that even worked with the lowest of the budgets to the highest of the budget. Now it's at the point where all of those things are being eliminated, they're being terminated, they're being removed, and it's really just flashing right before our eyes. It truly is. And this whole conversation, I mean, it's more so just a rant, and it's more of me asking, is it just me? Now, I do want to get back on camera and I intend on doing so because when I distribute this, it's probably going to be on YouTube or whatever. And YouTube is so annoying because they just want you to show your face so bad so you can stay monetized. And I just don't understand why. Like, why do I have to always have to doll myself up and throw my ass on a TV screen every 5 seconds when I'm still producing content by having this podcast here? I don't understand it. So it's the thing where I have to have some type of I have to have some type of idea of how I want to manage my YouTube channel without constantly having to show my face and avoid being demonetized and all of the stuff that comes along with it. Because what YouTube, I'm on X right now recording this, but what YouTube wants you to do, they want you to, be on camera even if you're having a bad day. You can't just be sitting here and just having a conversation forum and put it up on the page because they're going to say, you're not providing any context or any importance. So it's like I have to manage how often I show my face versus how often I don't show my face. It has to be some type of happy medium, and I got to manage it and stuff like that. But it's just been certain things that's been on my mind, and I just want to be able to talk about it like I'm talking on the phone or something versus me having to do all this extra. Oh, let me plug my podcast thing in. Oh, let me get on camera. I'm not in a position to be hopping on camera. Okay. I'm not looking my best. I'm going through a lot in life. But there's been certain things that I just been noticing where I'm just like, okay. And and I'm not saying that you guys are not awoke. I know there's people awoke. There's a people out here that's clearly fed up, and we're seeing it with all of these CEOs going downhill and all of the companies being shut down and stuff. It's pure greed that's running this, and it's possible that a lot of these companies wouldn't have been shut down or folded if these people actually adjusted their prices and wouldn't make them so damn high. But to me, I feel like it's all a trap. It's kind of like with everything else out here. You started off when we had Uber and where I live at, it was only $7 to take you up to the street, $5 to do this and this. Now it's like 30, 40, $50 or $25 just to go across town. You got the same thing with even Airbnb prices. When you just think about certain things, everyone wants to work into the mind of convenience so badly that now we're fucked and we're really stuck into a position where we have no choice but to bow to the higher up at this point, which is Amazon. I've seen a video come down my Instagram timeline of these workers from Whole Foods, and they were talking about the horrible hazard conditions that they're living in and how this company is making like 1.3 million, and at one particular store they made 1.3 million like by the end of the 4 days of the week because they didn't include the weekend. So they ranked in about like 5 million a week, which what is that? Five times five, 4 weeks. That is about $20 million. But you're telling the workers that they deserve to work at $16 an hour and you're treating them like robots. They're trying to have these people, human beings, behave like AI robots so they can make as much money as possible and get as much products out as possible without providing any good customer service at all, to the point when they're not going to need the workers. And see, this is what I think they're trying to do. I think they're trying to exhaust the workers by putting on workloads that not even a regular human being can do. And I don't even know where the laws get involved in this, because this is like got to be some type of labor laws against them treating these people like this. But it's literally being syndicated all over the internet, all over the web, that these companies are taking advantage of the employees, and nothing is being done. And it's disturbing. It's disturbing. This woman said during the Whole Foods protest video that I was watching, she said that she was working and having to collect like over 100 items in a day. She wasn't allowed to basically use the bathroom, take a break, or anything like that. They were threatening her job and her income, and she was so exhausted, so exerted from doing so much work. She ended up falling and hitting the back of her head, which ended up leading to her having a concussion. Now, after she hit her head like this, and people can tell, you have to hit your head very, very hard. And when someone hits their head that hard, you know that they hit their head that hard. She hit her head in front of management, and they still told this woman to complete the online delivery order that she had. And if she still didn't feel right after the online delivery order, instead of administrating medical care to her for after she knocked her head off, basically, they still prioritized their money over this woman's health. Okay. And they basically told her, allegedly, girl, you basically just dust yourself off and let's keep this moving. Now, I don't understand how she still works for the company. I hope that an attorney is able to look through all of these things and able to review her stuff and see, like, okay, um, yeah, this is hella illegal, and you have a class action lawsuit. Like, forget all this protesting. It's about time for us to get some attorneys and lawyers involved and get the laws involved. And this is how they're going to be treating workers out here that's getting paid $16 an hour while you're making 20 million a month. It's absolutely disgusting. And then everything is being monopolized from this particular company. Why? Because Whole Foods allegedly was purchased by Amazon. So it looks as if Amazon is basically becoming this big monopoly brand. It's monopolized, it's buying everything, every company and corporation that can't afford to maintain. They're literally sucking it in like the black hole. And now you have Big Lots shutting down. You have Party City shutting down. Now people are going to go online to buy furniture, more than likely off of Amazon. People are going to go online to buy um, decoration and decorative designs and different things that they want for their parties off of Amazon. Now, when we get to the point where the other stores are shut down, because like I said before, we shut down Kmart, Sears, all of these other places, where are we going to go when they decide to just hike the price? Because right now it's $5. Right now they have it at $5 because it's kind of like love bombing. They're like in the love bombing phase. They're love bombing people. They're saying, "Oh, come on over here, baby." And that's just a corporate model, right? You always want people to sample the shit and you want to give it to them for free at first. You want to give it to at the lowest price at first. And then as they become addicted to shopping there and they're so used to the convenience, that's when you hit them with the big ball. But see, back in the day, you could do that, and that would happen. You say, you know what, y'all doing too much. I'm gonna go over here because you guys were actually not having your brain sucked out to the point where you guys don't even want to invest in any other company besides one. It's the laziness. And I think COVID made people even more lazy and less likely to take their chances and check out other companies that's providing resources. Can you imagine the food supply? What if they make it so, since Amazon is buying Whole Foods, what if they make it so all of a sudden Amazon buy all the grocery stores and then everyone has to rely on Amazon for food? And then all of a sudden, like you guys, they're going to be holding our food hostage. And we already know that the food is all fucked up now. We got like bird flu going on right now. It's just a lot going on. And y'all want people to be searching online for food too. Like, I need people in this country to like get off of your lazy butts and go outside so you guys can see exactly what's going on with your groceries, what's going on with the food. You need to be able to invest your money to help the economy. Look out there and see who's opening businesses in your neighborhood. We have been so isolated from COVID that we forgot that if you invest in one company, you never want one person to have the full power over everything. Well, when you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure and disaster. It's just been a lot that I've just been noticing and watching, and I'm just like, when are we gonna wake up as a people? Like, when does that happen? I needed some water. But yeah, just let me know if it's just me, like, that just feels this way, that feels like this is a dangerous road we're growing up, and we're going up because we're allowing Amazon to basically own everything and buy out everything, leading to in us purchasing and investing and buying and bringing our business to companies like online companies like Amazon is really messing up our economy. Now, of course, the economy's been messed up from COVID. People have died, people have not been able to maintain, but I feel like it's just worse when you are seriously sitting on your tail and you're shopping online. And a lot of times these companies are online are pure criminals. Like, how many of you guys have ever checked your bank account and you realize a company is just swindling money out of your account, even though it's supposed to have been like a one-time transaction? You got people running around here getting money just deducted from their bank account. And they're just like, where is this coming from? And then when you report it to the bank plays stupid and everybody plays stupid. It's just enough is enough. And I just want to know, what is it going to take for everybody to wake up to this capitalist society, to wake up to the monopoly that's being formed right in front of our eyes, to wake up and stop thinking about like all of this dumb stuff that these celebrities be doing. Now, I'm going to talk about the dumb stuff that celebrities be doing, but it's like it's real stuff going on in the world. And I hope that you guys take this in and start to look online and start to open your eyes. Stop being lazy, get your ass up, go outside if you can, and start to shop locally. Start to make it so there's the actual some type of economic resources being built in your own community. You do not want the entire United States relying solely on Amazon for food, for furniture, for clothes, for everything. There's not going to be any stores left. There's not. There's not. And we're in the next talk, I'm going to be discussing YouTube as well, because I feel like even with YouTube being a resource for many content creators, I feel like their income is in trouble too. And there's a money grab that's out there. There's a thing out there where people have this idea of this big money grab offline. So you basically go online, you make an account, you start doing content creation, and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to grab a whole bunch of money. Well, let me tell you guys something. On my next one, I'm going to tell you guys how much I actually get paid online, okay, for content creating, and where is the best resource in regards to making content. Is it really worth it at the end of the day? If you are not selling a product, if you are not doing subscriptions, if you're not, more than likely you're not going to benefit. But I'm going to save that for another conversation. And I'm going to talk about um, the celebrities that are facing accusations and allegations, and how the bloggers and the AI technology based content creators and with their gossip and conspiracies will collectively ruin the financial income for tons of content creators. And also, we got to remember there are 170 million people that is subscribed on TikTok, and I want to say probably a quarter of them, probably 50 million are the actual content creators, and they're all about to be laid off, baby. So the money is really past tight. You guys thought that money was tight before. I feel like there's going to be homeless people on the street. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this next administration. I'm not happy with the United States in general, no matter what class it is. But we're going to go back into that and we're going to talk more. But I just want to know if you guys, like, how are you guys maintaining? Are you guys noticing this stuff? Do you guys feel like it's acceptable? Now, I know Party City, what they could have learned is, like, you shouldn't be trying to charge us $50 for some paper that we're going to put on our wall for one event and rip and throw in the garbage. I think the thing that they messed up with, and when they seen a competitor like Amazon coming, they should have got into the online market and also started to reduce their prices to try to work with partners to maintain. So it's not a thing where Amazon is monopolizing like they are now. Now, if you like this conversation, share your thoughts about the situation. Give me a follow. I'm DJ Erica. I would call this DJ Erica podcast. And this isn't my professional podcast. When I do a professional podcast, it's kind of more of a different vibe, but this is more so me just having a conversation as a human being, just noticing what the hell is going on out here and how strange it's starting to become. And, you know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why so many people are this poor. And there's another thing too, and I want to probably do a part two of this, is because I seen a status of a woman and she was basically talking about Bad Boys and how much money it made and how much she got paid. So I think I'm going to save that for another conversation. And I'm going to get a few of these off today, and then I'm going to, zhuzh it up and put it on YouTube, and hopefully they don't demonetize me for not showing my face or whatever. But I'm going to get this up, and then we're going to talk about other stuff that I've seen going on in the web that I just think is absolutely insane, because you got people protesting in Hollywood about not getting paid and this, and this. And then I see the status that this woman wrote. You guys want to know what that is? Give me a follow, give me a subscription, and I'm going to drop that video next. And you guys can see exactly what the hell I am talking about. You guys be blessed. I'm heading off of here. Bye bye.